is Rachel, a women's leader. Teamed up with another runner here.
Yeah, we both those things this afternoon. This is pretty flat, maybe slightly downhill.
Yeah.
And if we've got something in the
Well, yes, I know.
see what the wind is. Get that down.
I can see you're ready to go, but you're not dressed. You are not dressed. You can whine all you want, but you're not ready. No. I can turn that off, but we don't need that on anymore. Need that on anymore. Bounce around. We don't want to put that on. Let's put this on too. Grab this. Grab this. Okay, bear with me 1 second. Okay, we're back. Sorry everybody, I had to start my car. I forgot to do it. And it is so cold out there that it has to run for a little bit. We're gonna take off. I think we're gonna try scratch grapples. Yes. Gross. Well, that's not gonna work. I've tried to zip my coat up like 7 times and my zipper is so busted on here that right there is where it finally starts to, that's over halfway up my coat. And this is the only coat I have that I can wear that'll stay warm enough because it is freezing outside. Vehicle's not going to be warm enough, but nothing I can do about it now. I'm going to have to put her on the leash. I hear activity going on in the building. Like, my vehicle is literally just right across the street, so I was just gonna let her just go over there. She would have been okay, but I hear her doing things, or I hear activity, so I don't trust her. Do not trust her. It is so cold outside. We'll see how slippery it is. We didn't get any snow, which is weird because they were talking minimum of 2 inches. Of course, it's supposed to go through tonight or later today, the winter weather advisory or whatever, winter storm warning, whatever it is. But I was surprised to see we did not have any snow this morning. Now we did get throughout all day yesterday. We had freezing rain all day yesterday. And so when I went to go to the gym last night, I had like a good half-inch ice I had to break through my van. It was still doing a little bit of that when we got back last night, so we'll be curious to see if I have anything tonight, or this morning, I mean. What are you doing? There's nothing there you need, weirdo. I do have my spikes on, but it is very icy out here. Even on this concrete, it's gonna be super icy. You ready to go? Let's go. Come on. There you go. There's a new girl that lives in my building that is very attractive. Thank you for going around this, but we're trying to go inside the vehicle. Weirdo. I'm standing over by the door. What does she do? Oh yeah, there's a new layer of ice on the door or on my vehicle, but it wasn't all over my door or like locking my door. Yesterday it was like I had a bang on it. I know it is freezing out here. Yes, I know. I do know. Okay, let me hang this up though. She's like, I don't want to go up there. It's fucking cold. I agree. I don't either. Ooh, careful. Like even with my spikes on this ice, it's on smooth concrete and I'm still slippery. Ooh, that one didn't want to let me in. Oh gosh dang it, I think my key is in the back. It is. Okay. Oh, it's a little warm. It's starting to warm up. Yeah. It's starting to warm up. It's still at high idle though. That's kind of weird. But it's starting to warm up a bit. I'm gonna turn the radio. Sunglasses on because it is. That sun decided to come out, which is weird. Okay, we got about a 10-15 minute drive now to the trailhead since we were able to finally get into the vehicle. That only took 12 minutes to get going, but whew, man, it is chilly. Even though realistically it is only 1 degree colder than it was yesterday when we were getting freezing rain. Yeah. It was definitely snowing up on some of the higher peaks that I noticed. When we went outside this morning, you just gooped up my sunglasses, thank you. So we'll see what the scratch gravels are like, but I think it's just going to be icy. I thought about doing like just Mount Helena or Mount Ascension here, but based upon what downtown is like, those trails would be horrible. I do not want to test it out unless, like, if I knew where my micro spikes were, I would chance it, but I don't know where I don't know where my micro spikes are. They're somewhere in my van, but it might take me 20 minutes to find them. It could be so many different places in my van. And yeah, Mount Helena looks like at about probably the 5,000 foot level. It snowed above that, and that means the lower trails will be just sheer ice. Just crazy. So we'll see. It'll probably take us longer to get out there because the roads are going to be icy. Right here, it's not too bad. It took them until it was probably, well, it was when we came back from, I got a little dustiness snow here. When we came back from, now what's going on up here? Am I going to be able to get through this intersection? Because now all of a sudden there's a cop. Looks like blocking the intersection. Oh, no, now he's taking off. Sorry, I can't see. Turn the radio on? I agree, some Christmas music would be nice, but I don't want to get DMCA'd. Well, the road is actually wet here because of the sun being out. But as I said, it was when we were coming back from the gym last night that they were finally spreading gravel out on the roads. Because it was like sheer ice as I was driving around trying to get to the gym. So many accidents, it was like non-stop police and fire department and everything. It's like, why did you take that long? Because it was freezing rain all day, and then it got really bad like probably about 3 or 4 hours before that, and it took you that long. Like, you knew what was going on. Goops. it's getting heavier as we go this way. A little dust in the snow. Scratch gravels are completely encompassed in snow right now. What are you looking at, lady? You have to wait for a red light, and she's eyeballing me, like giving me the stare down as I'm turning. Like, looking at me. Yeah, scratch gravels are completely encompassed by a cloud right now, but it looks like it's starting to break up a little bit, or at least move off of it. Let's see what it's like when we get there. Continental Divide is completely, like, you can't even see that way because it's completely engulfed in a low cloud, and then there's a high cloud on the other side of it, or up above it, I mean. It's like a weird like blue patch. It's like completely, like, there is no clouds at all. So I think this is like, it's like a fog that was probably in the valley that's finally breaking up, is what it is. We're just gonna go up here. Yeah, I think like Mount Helena or Mount Ascension would have been just awful to try and go up right now. Unless you're wearing micro spikes. Thought about driving down to Bozeman this morning, but the way the roads were last night, I did not want to be driving 90 miles on that. Plus, I know they were getting a lot of snow down there. Turn our heater down. It's finally warmed up. Like, really, a whole bunch in here. Watching the old JFK 50 mile today. David Sinclair broke the course record. I don't think Rachel Drake is in first right now for the females. I don't think she's going to get a course record, but you never know. I don't think she was on pace for it, and she was still like 45 minutes out or something. But you never know, she could be. Gravel proper still has a little bit of cloud around it, but it's starting to break up too. Looks like it's moving, probably moving north, I bet you. By the time we get there, I don't think there'll be much. 'Cause it's breaking up pretty fast. Yeah, they actually got quite a bit of snow out here, because this road is snow packed and slushy. We're gonna have to wait for a train, so I don't have to be in a big hurry. So we're gonna take it nice and easy around this corner. There is no way we're going to get to the train crossing before the train gets there. was able to do 60, this is a 55-mile-an-hour highway right here. If I was able to do 60, I might be able to, but this road is a little too slick for that. Highway department's out here. What are you guys doing? The road's plowed. And he spread gravel all on it. But he's just sitting there. We're gonna get to the crossing the exact same time as the train gets there. It's already triggered the crossing thing. Kinda in the cloud now. It's still like broken up around us, but it's kind of almost, what is it, ethereal? What's the word? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Okay, we're gonna sit here a while. Up. My hands are freezing. My steering wheel is cold. Hey, jeez, what are you doing? You? I know you didn't mean to. She was like, what? I was trying to warm my hand off. You totally just bumped it. Bumped it right off. Going to be a long train because they have engines, not just engines, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 engines in the middle of the train. Hey, look who it is. Moving day for you, back to town. Well, here in a couple of weeks it's going to be moving day for me back into the van permanently, so because I will be renting out my condo. Which is the only reason why I'm really in Montana still, because otherwise I wouldn't be here. But I actually should be in South Africa today, but I had to cancel my race last minute due to injury, so we'll try again later. Hey, there's the end of the train. Look at that. That didn't take too long. behind me are going to be mad because I'm only going about half a mile and then I'm turning. So they're going to be like, oh, we finally get up to speed. And then, oh, crap, this guy, he's turning. Although right here, you can't really get up to speed because it's S-curves for most of this. Oh, there's only 3 cars behind me, so there's not a whole lot. Put your tongue in my mouth. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be going south in, I would guess and say probably another 3 weeks I'll be here, roughly. We'll see. Yeah, these people are so mad because now we're at the straight part where they can actually start picking up speed again. But, sorry. Gosh dang, even this gravel road is all icy. Little bit of wheel slippage. New girlfriend's helping you? Nice. Good test, yeah. Is still covered in fog. Where over here it looks like it's broken up for the most part. We just got to make sure we stay off the trail with the back by now. I don't know why it's not back. Oh, now it's back? I don't know what's going on with this stupid thing. Like, I have a little bit of a dead spot in there where it goes on and off, but usually by now we're back. Kind of crazy. It's definitely cold. Like, we're getting... What the heck? Oh yeah, I am glad I put my little spikies on. My cleats, I guess you could say. Whew, I'm glad I brought my sunglasses. Oh, that sun's gonna melt all the ice off my Vans. That's good. Well, that sun is actually really warm, so I probably don't need my mittens, but that's all I brought now because it was freezing downtown. And it's actually the same temperature here, according to my thermometer, but it feels way warmer. Okay, I'm gonna try and zip my coat up again and see if it'll zip up better. Might just have to take it somewhere and put get a new zipper put on. They'll be like, sir, that coat is trash. That's a little bit better. I mean, sir, you have duct tape on your sleeve. It might be okay to buy a new coat. There's two new holes now on the front side of it too. But oops. There we go. We are locked in. It's so bright out though that I can't see my phone. What's my dog doing way the heck up there? She's like way up there. What do we got going on? Stable now? Yeah, you say that, but it's gonna go in and out. I'm running 6 megabytes, but it'll drop. Don't you worry, it'll drop. Sorry, I'm trying to change the camera view. There we go. Now you can see all the fog and stuff that I was talking about. It's not too bad this way though. You can see the blue sky, but there's a Scratch Gravel proper. It's encompassed in clouds still. This way ain't too bad, but maybe maybe we could go that way and go around and then climb up that and come back this way. Or I don't know. Let's just go this way. I don't even know how well I'm gonna feel because I'm still nursing my injury. It feels way better today. Even my knee that I injured on our run 2 days ago, I don't even feel today. So yeah, it's so icy out here. Even she's slipping around, and she has traction devices on all 4 of her paws. Wow, this is like solid ice. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. I guess we'll find out. Well, the sucky part is since it's so icy out, and because even the snow is all crusty, which here it's just a dusting of snow on top of probably half an inch of solid ice from the freezing rain yesterday. But normally I can use the snow, or if it's a dry trail, the dirt, to see where she's at since she likes to run off. But she is not leaving any marks. No tracks. I am. So if somebody else came here, they definitely, well, there wasn't even a car that has parked even in that trailhead we just parked at. So we should be okay. Should start a poll on how many times I'm gonna bust my ass since it's so icy out. I need a new hobby. I do need a new hobby. I've already made the decision that, I mean, I'll still be going outdoors and whatever, and I'll still run. But I might start transitioning more to hiking instead of running, because I am officially too old to be competitive running anymore. So if I do, just do some races that I think will be fun. You know, chase cutoffs the whole time. Because no cares in the world. Hang out with the mid to back of pack people because they're a lot of fun. Or bike. I don't know. I'd have to buy a mountain bike if I did that. I have hiking gear. And I watched, well, it was Mayochi's stream, but Jay Streezy, he had a rigging with his Starlink Mobile the other day where they were hiking up this over 5,000 meter mountain in the middle of Peru where there was zero signal, and he made like this little platform so that he could put his Starlink Mobile up on his backpack, and had a whole rigging to where they could, you know, live stream this whole trek as they were going. And I'm like, huh, maybe I should do that. And then I can go deep in some of these wilderness areas that nobody ever gets to see, because I can't do that if I'm running. There's no way I'd be able to carry a rig like that if I'm running. But if I'm hiking, I could manage it. New place you're moving to is great for bike. Nice. Yeah, I was talking about how warm it feels out here with the sun, and it does, don't get me wrong. But my nose is freezing right now, my face, because every time I do run, it's like I'm creating my own breeze of frigidness. A lot of this is really slick though. You probably can't tell. I mean, you can probably tell because how smooth this is. How smooth the little ruts here look. But they're filled in like with freezing, it's ice, it's solid ice with this dusty with snow on top of it. So they're pretty slick. And you might say to yourself, well, just run on the in-between parts. But it is icy there too. And then it's, because that's really sloped, I so totally bust my ass. It is definitely icy and very humid. That is definitely freezing fog. It's not just like a low cloud, that's freezing fog, because you can just feel it. That's pretty cool. Bike trailer, Starlink. Yeah, we've done that with some of our races that we've done. You use like, you know, you could put those little, not a trailer, but you know how you can put those little, like, what do you call it? Those little bike racks on the back, you know, behind the back tire, behind the seat, little flat things. We actually mounted a Starlink Mobile on that during one of our races and sent the guy out with a GoPro mounted on the bike helmet and our technology to run it through a router and whatever through Starlink, and in order to give live feeds back in a remote part of a course. And it worked pretty good. Rocks, the rocks that are sticking up out of the ice or snow are so shiny with this sun shining on them. It is because they also were coated in a layer of ice, but now the sun is starting to warm the top layer up, so now it's ice with wetness on top. It's so cool up here. You can see the actual clouds around as well. Above, they're pretty high though, these clouds are. I don't know where this, supposedly we're supposed to get a minimum. Not even like, you know, like a lot of times they'll be like, oh, a trace to 1 inch of snow. It was a minimum of 2 inches of snow with like a max of like 6. Although it does go through tonight. Like it was a 24-hour thing starting at, well, no, yeah. So it would go through sometime like this evening. Not tonight, but like, you know, late afternoon, early evening, I think was the time frame on it. And what's gonna happen, because those clouds are definitely not dumping snow. And we barely got, like right here, it's like just barely a trace, maybe a 1/4 of an inch at the most. And then the other day, they were like, it was like a trace to 1 inch of snow. And we ended up getting like, oh geez, in town we got like 2 inches. And then you just barely got up on the mountain. It changed to like, where me and her ran, it was like 12 inches of snow. It is really cool out here though, as long as I can stay warm. This is pretty cool. I'm staying warm, my hands are quite warm since I have my mittens on. I put an extra layer on top. Only thing that'll should get cold is my twig and berries. It's not too bad right now. As gassy as I am, probably fart so much it'll stay nice and warm. Girlfriend's gonna call you soon and you have to bail. Hey, no problem. Yep, no problem. Oh. There's probably a lot of confused people on Twitch right now wondering who I'm talking to. I'm multicasting on YouTube too, so I have both chat coming in. Sometimes we'll put it on my screen so you guys can see what's being said, but I discovered that it would lock up my chat sometimes when I did that, so I stopped doing it. But yeah, if you don't follow me on YouTube, go drop a follow. I've decided I was gonna start it today, but I just woke up really late and then got enthralled in watching the JFK 50 miler race being live streamed on Mountain Outpost channel right now. Which, by the way, first place female should be finishing here pretty quick. Come to Kick? I do have Kick, but the RMTP setup already. I mean, I have in the past broadcast the Kick too, but I don't have the ability to read the stream because it's an RMTP connection. But if I can get it to work, I'm gonna get my Stream Buddy to work, which means I have to have my second phone on me because that's where I will be reading the chats from. And then I might start broadcasting the Kick. We'll see. I really want to broadcast a Noise, which is a brand new platform. But it's really cool because it has games that you can play while the person's like streaming. Now it's more set up for like gaming, you know, but it's like you get like this card deck and you like, it's kind of cool. It's really cool. The only thing I don't like about Noise is their mobile app is virtually non-existent, so you have to be like logged into your computer, but they're making changes to it. I am one of the first people to get an account on Noise, as I got invited over to there. So I didn't have to go through, I was able to just, how do I want to say this? I was instantly approved for my account on Noise. For a lot of people, you have to like wait. Like I think now if you create an account, it has to be approved. You know, your name, all that kind of stuff, username, where me, I was instantly approved, so I have my Shad Runner name over there. Ow, I just hit my ankle bone. Oh, don't, God dang, you're gonna make me kick you in the face. There's a whole nother trail over there. Why are you hanging out right there? Will you quit trying to flat tire me, little butthead? Ooh, the sun went away, and now it is freezing again. That is a noticeable temperature difference. Like instantly. There is a whole nother trail on the other side. Yet you decide to try and push my one foot into my other foot to try and trip myself. She's such a butthead. I think today we will try and climb that our normal way, because there's no snow other than like this little dusting we got. And well, I don't know though, we hit this steep part here and it is super slippery. So if they got the free I'm definitely warm now, even though my face is cold since that sun went away. Rest. I need to find my micro spikes, because if I'm going to be here for a few more weeks, I'm probably going to have to use those, even though if I'm able to start training again, I don't need to be climbing mountains necessarily. My next race is a flat race. But still, I need to find them, because depending on where we go down into Arizona, we're gonna have to use them down there too, because if I decide, if we go down by say like Madera Canyon, and we want to climb Mount Wrightson, especially after this week with this moisture going through, I bet you there's probably a couple inches of snow on top of there already. This is slippery. I think what happened is that the ice, because of that sun, isn't as thick here. Well, the ice isn't as thick because it's sloped. And then because of that, with the sun shining on it, I think it started to melt it a little bit. Because my cleats are not grabbing a hold of anything. They're just slipping. Might as well be walking on tile. What I'm gonna do for a heater today too, so I can get that ordered and installed before I leave. And I need to adjust the little spot there I can run. Or I mean, I could wear gloves, like work gloves, but ooh, that was a fart. I'm surprised I didn't blast the ice away behind me on the trail. As cold as it is, you probably could see it. See all the steam coming out of my butt crack all of a sudden. For those of you that are just joining my stream, you know that I do TMI quite often. Like, I don't know if you guys can even see how solid this ice is. Yeah, I just broke some to see if you guys, so I can show it to you guys. See? That's how thick the ice is. That this little dusting of snow is on top of. Here comes my puppers. And my cleats are not digging into it because it's so... the dusting, I think that's actually what it is. This little dusting of snow is making up for the depth of my cleats, so my cleats have nothing to grab a hold of because I can't actually get down to the ice. We're going this way. Here she comes. You still see, looking over the hill, the fog is just hanging over the top of the mountain. This is those conditions I talk about where sometimes the cloud or the weather conditions make the mountains look so big. You can see the top of the mountains kind of over the top of the fog. Those mountains are not that tall. Like, not even close to being that tall. Okay, we're going this way. Oh, you can see Continental Divide finally, where the fog is breaking up just enough. Yeah, we're going this way. I think we are going to try and climb to the top of the mountain. Hopefully we're able to do it. You want to go by me? Thank you. That way I can run without kicking you in the face with my cleats. Why there's a path right there that doesn't go anywhere. Hey, where's ever is it going? So literally we just have to come right back around. It don't go nowhere. It's probably a deer trail if anything, but ooh, that sun went away now, so I can't really see with my sunglasses on. Oh, and the high clouds. So it's like a combination of both. That. Nothing like running on solid ice with the dustiness snow. Oh, that sun's coming back up. Nice. I guess since it's fog that's kind of blocking it, you never know. You know, the way it's swirling around and everything. What's gonna happen? Dog go right up here. I'm guessing she's already heading up the mountain, because in her brain she's like, if I go up this trail, there's a 50% chance that you will just follow me, and that's where I want to go. And then on top of that, she adds in a few more percentage points of, if I get far enough down this trail, then you have no other option than to just follow me. That's the way her brain works. So, uphill section is warm enough that ice is actually a little crunchy. Hi. It's a little crunchy, huh? Which is a good thing. Oh, this is gonna be slippery though, going downhill. So we're just gonna take it easy. No injuries today. Why are you pooping on screen? Weirdo. You good? Like, poop looked a little sus. I mean, it was solid, but then she had like, ooh, I think I should have gone your way. Holy cow. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay, we just gotta go for it. Okay. If I tried to go carefully down that, I saw myself landing flat on my back. See, there she goes down the trail. In her brain, she's like, come on, I've gone down this way. You gotta go this way. Yeah, we'll go this way. She doesn't know that I already said we were gonna go this way. Well, hopefully climbing down in the side of a draw now. And I see there's already started. I know we're back again, but connectivity is gonna be very crappy for the next probably 15 minutes. Probably how long it's gonna take for us to get all the way to the top. Depending on trail conditions. If the trail conditions are not good, it's gonna take longer. Right now it is solid ice. And every time I toe off, my foot is sliding behind me. Okay, these rocks are solid ice. Hopefully my dog is ahead of us on the trail. I saw her ahead at some point, but then I didn't see her go. Yeah, there she is. I didn't see her go anywhere else. Wow, you think these rocks would be the easiest? You get more traction, but nope. It is a rock covered by a 1/4 inch of solid rocks and epoxy. Okay, well, unless this approves, it's gonna take us longer than 15 minutes, that's for sure. What I do not want to do is have my foot slip out and ram my knee into the sharp edge of a rock. Or any rock. It doesn't even have to be a sharp edge, but I do need to plug my phone in. For some reason, it's already gone through. Come on. There we go. It's already gone through 50% of its, or no, 75% of its battery in an hour, which is unusual. There we go. I'm hoping that there's a lot of pine needle and soft dirt here that, hoping this ice will be crunchy instead of slippery, but this is not good. The pine needles are helping a little bit with it not being as slippery, but this is so steep that, and rocky. See right here, it's very crunchy. Very crunchy. I am so glad we decided not to do Mount Helena or Mount Ascension, because I would have already fallen like 30 times. Okay, we're going through this off the trail over here through the trees, because that rock right there is solid ice. Okay, well, I don't know if this is gonna work out or not. We might have to turn around. This trail is not getting any better, that's for sure. Once we get closer to the top, it should be better, but the problem is just trying to get to that point. Because it's a sloped trail, not only steep, sloped to the side, solid ice. No idea where my dog is. Oh geez. Okay, how am I gonna get through this? I guess just very carefully. It's gonna be even harder than going up. It always is. Because going up, you're just trying to drag your fat ass up. What trail we're gonna take down, I don't know which one would be better. And think about that, once we get to the top, we still have to go down somehow. Why did we not think about the down? Gosh dang, this is icy. Not the best footing, even with cleats on. And by cleats, what I've done is I have an old pair of trail shoes that I put sheet metal screws on the bottom of. So I have like little spikes on my bottom of my shoes. And I'm still not getting very good traction. Rock. If it was on top of dirt, I'd be able to kind of dig in a little bit more because the ice would give. I would get on these real pine needly parts and it's crunching, the ice is crunching underneath my my feet, but most of this is just solid rock. Ooh, how am I gonna get up over that? I wonder if I should go this way. That's too steep. I can't get up that. This isn't any better. I should have gone the other way, I think. Let's see if I can at least a little bit of grip on some of this. Oh, there we go. Trying to stick on this part with all the pine needles, a little softer. Ooh, there you go, farting again. I don't know how. Somehow your claws are probably digging in a lot better than, boy, I mean, one, your claws aren't trying to, you have 4 sets of claws, where I only have 2, 4 times as much weight as, 4 times as much weight as she is on 2 claws versus 4. Take my sunglasses off because it is starting to get a little dark inside these trees. Although there's something that I just felt safer having the sunglasses on. I don't know why. It's not like I say this and now it's gonna happen, but it's not like I'm gonna smash my face into the ground. Although now I probably will. Somehow I will do it. I think I still have one more. I think I still have one more switchback, but maybe not. Well, somebody's down below us now. I don't see him though. Oh, now I see them. They're riding a bike. They're way over there on the trail we were at originally. Am I just on the uphill now, or do I have another switchback? I don't remember. There's something that I feel better about knowing that I don't have another switchback. Now, this might go all the way to the saddle. I think it does, actually. Wow. Those guys are talking loud if I can hear them all the way up here. And they just hit that section that I had to just full send it so I didn't fall on my ass. So they're probably having the same thoughts as me. They're like, I can see them down there. I doubt they're gonna come up here, because unless they have studded tires on their mountain bike, there's no way they're climbing up this. Even with studded tires, I would still be freaking out trying to climb up this in a mountain bike. But also, I'm not a mountain biker, so maybe for somebody on a mountain bike, it's actually very doable. Even though it looks like it's worse, actually, traction-wise right now, I'm actually doing better the higher we get. Yep, I'm coming, sweet girl. I'm a-coming. She's looking at me like she was giving me encouragement. She's like, you're doing it. Yay. way past our 15-minute mark now because that tree branch just tried to take me out. We are with our trail conditions. Worst part is I could go straight up right now and I'd be right at the trail. You're doing it, you're doing it, you're doing it, yeah! Freaking dude that won JFK 15 mile today, David Sinclair, a 6:10 minute mile for 50 miles with sections of vert. Like, what the hell, man? Just nuts. I can't even do 50 miles on flat. I can't even do 26 miles with a slight downhill at a 6:10 minute pace. Even in my prime, I could only do a 6:10 minute mile for 13 miles, a half marathon. It's about as much as I could do. Anything. It says I'm pushing 30 frames per second, but is it really? And of course, I didn't think about the fact that most of the top here is all rock, completely exposed. There's what the trees look like with all the freezing rain on them. So it's just oops, I missed the trail. Solid sheet of ice on top of these solid rocks. I mean, what else would it be? Of course, it's a solid rock. And because all the ice on the tree branches are hanging a lot lower too. Okay, now for the fun part. Now we gotta somehow make it down this bitch. I don't know where my doggo went. Hopefully she finds me. How are we gonna get down this bitch? That's what I don't know. Oh, some of this ain't too bad. It's a little crunchy, so that's not too bad. There she is. She's slipping around a bit. Hi. Oh, trail goes down here. Yeah, see, you did it to me again. She was the exact same spot last time we came through here, where she took me off down this thing that looks like a trail going that way, and then you get down there and it just dead ends into nothingness. Ooh, this is slippery. Holy cow. Okay, let's take it easy. Ooh, and then got past the steep part, and I was like, okay, now I can step it out a little bit. And as soon as I did that, then my foot slid about 6 inches. Okay, we got this one little switchback right here. And there's another trail right here where she took me off last time. It's obviously where she went. And then and that one even goes further. got way out there and I was like, wait a minute. I had to come all the way back here because this part of the trail is pretty steep, so it drops quite a bit. So by the time I got way back there, it had I mean, you're a good like probably 50, 60 feet below the other trail, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a rock outcropping, so you can't like just go down. She can, obviously, because she is already down on the trail. Don't come back on me when I can't stop. Suddenly, anyways. If I tried to stop suddenly, I'm just gonna slide on my butt. Yeah, right there. You could tell she came down right here. Even she is slipping. Solid ice underneath this little dusting. Why don't I have network connectivity? This is a little frustrating because we're on the back, we're on the side now. Whoa, what are you doing there, Gimbal? We're on the side now where I always have connectivity. Oh, some of that. Yeah, this is a little concerning when earlier she wasn't showing any sign on the trail with tracks because it was a dustiness, like a frozen dusting of snow on top of the solid sheet of ice. Now I can see her paw prints because she's even slipping a little bit on the snow on top of the ice. I mean, this is gonna be worse for me. Oh, now I got a connectivity back, barely. Makes 0 sense why I don't have signal here. I always have signal here. Yeah, even her paw, her little feet are slipping on the ice, so I gotta be extra careful. Extra careful. It should get better, I think. I mean, I keep saying it should get better and it's not, so I don't know why I keep telling myself that. I just need to stay vigilant and not complain because it's not getting better. Because, I mean, why? Why should it get better? There's no reason for it. I just keep thinking to myself like it should be. Like this whole mountain would have got the same freezing rain all over it that it did. And this little dusting of snow on top of that, like it did. Why do I think a different section would be any different? I do need to. Okay, right here. Right here. We're gonna go this way. You want to go that way. I want to go this way. Yeah. Because then we can do the loop. I mean, technically we went the other way. Oh, see, I wonder if I can catch the light so you can see what I'm dealing with here. The ice on top of the rock. That is what we are dealing with here. So you put that solid sheet of ice on top of the rock. So it's that right there. Usually this type of rock is pretty rough, so you can get decent footing on it. Like there's something to grab into. The ice now has filled in all those little crevices and whatever that you would normally get traction on. And on top of that, you got this little dusting of snow, which does not make it any better. I have to keep going off on the very edge of the trail here because the little pine needle sections are at least soft enough that the ice is cracks underneath your feet to give you a little bit of traction. I don't know whose idea it was to go all the way to the top like this. I'm gonna blame her. even though I did tell her before we even got to the trail intersection that we would go all the way to the top. You want to get out of the way, because if I start slipping, I can't stop. I gotta just go for it. I did tell her that we would go. This over here should be crunchy, and it's not. I might just screw myself. Let's get back down on the trail. Well, I had high hopes of actually being able to run a little bit today because I was feeling a little bit better in my leg, but I guess not. Karma says no. Not karma. That's always what I think, though. I guess my fate is that heal my leg a little bit more before I try and run. Oh, jeez. She likes to bump you when she goes by with her butt. So right there, that would have been bad if I was actually... I don't like the fact that... Yeah, see, you are slipping just as bad as I am on the ice. So if you're slipping, that's not a good thing. That means the trail conditions are not good. And your center of gravity is way lower to the ground than mine. If I fall, it hurts. If you fall, you just shake it off like, oh, that was unfortunate. I don't know why she went over there when the trail's over here. Because she can. She don't need no trail. Oh, jeez, I just tripped on the rock. Here I finally was like, oh, I can run a little bit. This doesn't look too bad. I just tripped on a rock. Still almost biffed it. I watched a video this morning, and I'm probably gonna lose followers for this. I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan. I'm definitely not a Swiftie. Now, I respect her as an artist. She's pretty good. She's not as good of a singer as everybody thinks she is, but she is a good artist. Like her songs are usually really good. I mean, she's had a few that people are like, oh, that's an awesome song, and then you read the lyrics and it's like, really? As a lyricist, this is horrid. But she is definitely an entertainer and a good artist. I gained even more respect for her today, though, in the video I saw. I don't remember where the concert was or anything, but she was having ear monitor issues. She couldn't hear, and it was in a portion of a song where if you can't hear, if you know anything about as an audio engineer how any of that stuff works, like, in order for her to know when to come back into the song, you need to be able to hear, which sometimes isn't a huge deal if they're just on a normal stage where you have the monitors on the front of the stage. Then if your ear goes out, you can still hear. Well, she was, jutted out inside of the crowd on the stage. There's no monitors out there. And you want to talk about a professional. She signaled that her audio monitor went out, and her frickin' bass player, recognizing this, counted her back in, like with his head, like started nodding with his head to get her back on beat so she could get back in, like when she had to come back in with the song. And the fact that she, as an artist, like, that was the first thing, that was the reason why she told her bassist, like, her ear was out, and he was able to react, and she was able to, like, professionally come back in, like, right, like nothing ever happened. I was like, that is, like, freaking awesome. Like, even if you're not a Taylor Swift fan, an artist being able to do that is like, that is truly a true professional. I have watched somebody that, I'm not going to name names, but it was like he threw a fit. He stopped the whole concert, like mid-song, and threw a fit like a freaking temper tantrum from a 2-year-old because his monitor went out until they got it fixed. And the funny thing about, now that I think about that, the real ironic funny thing about that is it's an artist that she dated for a while too. That's kind of funny. We're trying to find the crunchy parts of the snow because it'd be hard to see for you guys. But the snow that didn't melt the other day also has about a ½ inch of ice on top of it. So I have to like pound my heel in through the ice to get down into the snow, but at least because the ice is on top of the snow, I know the snow is going to give, and at least it gives me something to get traction on. But even some of that is still not it's so thick, the ice is, that I can't even kick down through it. God dang. I think we're going to try and do the loop. She needs the exercise. I don't think she's too cold. She's peeing right now. Her tail is still up. And we'll go this way. We'll go straight. Yeah, we'll go straight, sweet girl. I think she really wanted to go back that way because she knows where that dead magpie is. I said my watch just notified me that we hit the 3-mile mark. See, Scratch Gravel Peak is still just, and it looks like the fog is starting to move in there again too. Like I said, this fog is just kind of swirling around. Hey, hey, sweet girl. You doing okay? Because we're gonna do the big loop, which means we got to go about 3/4 of a mile that way, probably 1.5 miles that way, and then 1 mile back this way. So about 3 miles at least, I would guess, as long as we can get down this, because this is super icy. I'm just gonna try and get over here on the side maybe. Let's see if I can go. If anything, at least there's grass over here. Still, gosh dang, this is like, you would think, oh, just go on the snow. Yeah, even this snow, trying to bust my heels down through that layer of ice, it's damn near impossible. Okay. Let's run through a little bit now, even though it's very slippery still. But I think there's enough grass. It should be okay. Oh, my nose is running now too. Oh, here comes that sun. Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Here comes the sun. And I say, There she goes. There's at least 3 other vehicles now. I see one down by me, and then at least 2. I can't see the complete upper parking lot, but there was at least 2 cars parked out there. So we'll probably run into at least somebody on this loop. Oh yeah, somebody came through here. They have yak tracks on. I wonder how well those do on conditions like this. I know I used to wear yak tracks and try and do Mount Helena, and it did not go so well. It looks like they've actually were slipping here quite a bit. I think they were running though. They weren't hiking. They were definitely running. Oh, yeah, because it does look like they were slipping. So I think they're actually not working as good as what I have on, which is why I changed what I have on. It's because, like I said, I used to wear yak tracks and it didn't work so well. Like the yak tracks worked pretty good on like asphalt, but like icy trail don't work so good on, like, I should say asphalt with, like, you know, a little bit of snow on it. Whew. Tell we're kind of in that ice fog a little bit heavier. Like over here, it's like thick that direction. It almost looks like smoke in the air, but you can feel the air is thick because you can feel it. All the humidity, like trying to breathe it. All right, this way. You can go slow. Slow down. Nari, slow down. Slow down, you. Yeah, see? Slow down. She totally just like drifted around the corner back there. Well, somebody was on this and they're not wearing anything. It looks like hiking boots. They're not wearing any sort of traction device. So this must not be too bad. We'll hope for the best. Took her to the dog park last night, right when it was still raining pretty good, and as I got in there, I was like, there's no way anybody's here. And then we got to the dog park, and there's no cars parked like in the dog park area. We got back there, and there was at least one dog back there, and we played for a little bit, but it was so freaking cold and raining. So, and even the dog park was like super icy. She'd try and chase like tennis ball, and we're stopping and turning and whatever. I thought she was going to injure herself, so I finally just like told her, no, we got to go, because we only spent like maybe 20 minutes there. She was definitely going to injure herself. The way she was like slipping and falling and everything. I didn't see her up on the trail, so I was like, where did she go? She was exploring off on the side over there, which is fine. She can do that. It's over here. It's a little bit crunchy. This is like Little Rock, more gravelly, so I think the footing will be a little bit better as long as the ice doesn't get too thick. But that section back there was like solid ice and steep. Whew. To get up, we'll try and dig in it the best we can. Not too bad. It's not as solid as that looked and steep as it is. That was soft enough that I could dig in. Air feels heavy. There is so much humidity in that. Oh. I mean, it's not even really fog. That's just how thick it is. Because I mean, that's what fog is. But it's not like a thick fog. It's just the humidity just hanging in the air. So thick. Oh, you see the top of the mountain now. Look at that. There we go. Okay, now for the fun part, we gotta make it back down off this little knob. I don't think it'd be too bad the rest of the way though. Now it looks like there's probably only 2 people there now. Looks like the one, it's hard to tell, but the one that was parked down by me might have left. And it does look like there's only 2 up in that upper lot, because I can see the entire upper lot now. Okay, this is solid ice, so we're gonna hope and pray for the best on the grassy part off on the right hand side here, and hope we don't slip down and bust our butts, because this is solid ice. So what happened is this, whoa, jeez. See, even over here on this part, I almost just slid down to onto my butts. But there was, probably 4 or 5 inches on top of it. And if you know anything about what rain does to snow, it partially melts it. So now you have 4 to 5 inches of snow that partially melted on the top because of how somebody right there. So the mountain bikers came through here. That's for sure. Oh. Oh, I don't have network connectivity right now either. I always have it right here. This is not one of the dead spots. You're on the home stretch now.
Hi.
Leave it. Nice. Hold on. Sorry. I know, you just want to play. You think it's just playtime. No, Nari, come on. Don't antagonize. You are just a little antagonizing bitch. You little butthead. She totally tried to go back there and antagonize the freaking dog again. That dog definitely had little dog syndrome. Because Nari was, one, tried to avoid him. Because she does that. If she sees somebody like reach down and try and hold on to their dog, she has kind of learned that means the dog isn't friendly. So she like went around him, like. But then she couldn't take it, so she had to go back and say hi. And totally submissive behavior to go say hi. And then that dog like decided to try and assert his dominance over her, even though he was smaller than her. And she didn't know what was going on. She was like, oh, we're playing, because the dog was smaller than her, so can't really assert dominance. So in her brain she was like, oh, we're playing. Whew, that's a little hill there. I felt that one. I think it's because this air is so thick with this fog. It's so humid. I mean, you can just feel how humid it is. Off that direction is some blue sky, which I would guess and say, yeah, it is. I was say I just looked up and there is blue sky directly above us. But it's this fog that just keeps swirling about. Yeah, we're gonna go this way. We're going this way. I think there's a seasonal spring over here as well. I should check out, see if it's actually running. Yep, it's running. Seasonal spring is over here running. So we're gonna go about, I don't know, probably another half mile this direction, and then maybe a little more than that. Maybe a little more than half a mile. Oh, that spring stopped all of a sudden. Oh well. Here she comes back. She was like, oh, maybe I misunderstood. I thought we were going this way. And then we got about a mile from there all the way down to the van. I don't think we'll quite get a 10K out of this, but it's okay. Wow, there's like 2 layers of fog in the valley over there. It almost looks like water down really low, which is fog, and then you got the layer of fog above it too. No, Nari, don't eat. Gosh dang you. She's like, Not only is this horse poop, Nature's Buffet, it's a frozen treat today. Weirdo. And then when we get in the van, she's gonna want to kiss me with that mouth. Nasty. Complete with poop particles still in her teeth, on her tongue. Oh, nasty. She's just a nasty girl. Oh man. Well, I think I'm gonna hit the gym tonight. I might try and run a few miles on the treadmill and then do some legs. But we'll see. So the possibility is there I might be able to live stream. There is a couple units, military units, that are doing stuff this weekend. So who knows how busy it's going to be. It's weird that they're doing right before Thanksgiving, but you know. Oh man. This little cabin over here, like, I want to find like a little piece of land and do like a little tiny home on it. This guy totally just did a storage shed and then converted it into a little cabin. That is totally one of those, you know, Home Depot storage sheds. It's a little bit icy, so, and since it's uphill, my toe off, I was sliding on it, so we're just gonna take it easy. Don't want to aggravate my injury. You'd think I'd be able to just run on these rocks, but like even stepping on them, my feet are slipping more on the rocks than on the snowy part because of the layer of ice on the rocks. I don't know what to do today. Like, I still have a lot of stuff I need to get done, like work-wise. I don't feel like doing it. I kind of feel like playing computer games, but like there's no computer game that I want to play. You know what I mean? Like I don't know which one I'd want to play. Like I'm not in the mood for a particular game. Find a good stick? Oh, tasty stick. She keeps dropping it and then having to like put on the brakes. Oh, there you go again. He dropped it again. You silly. That was funny. Like 4 times she went like, she picked it up in her mouth, started sprinting down the road. Only made it like 5 steps and it fell out of her mouth. And then she was like putting on the brakes, so all these claw marks in the snow. Running back, picking it up, go another 5 steps. What a weirdo. Yeah, that's gonna come out in your poop later. There's a reason why you're having tummy issues, you fool. footsies are slipping again. Take it easy. All right, I wanted to push all the way up this hill because running wise, I actually feel pretty good now. I don't know if you can hear my feet are even slipping. Just trying to walk up this thing. And remember, I have freaking sheet metal screws on the bottom of my feet, and my feet are slipping. All I can say is, I hope the Cats win. One, because I always hope the Cats beat the Grizz, but more so because they are undefeated. And if they beat the Grizz, this will be their first ever undefeated season. And that includes beating a FBS team. Like their very first game of the season, I think they played New Mexico, and they beat them. Yet somehow, being undefeated, they're ranked number 2 in the nation. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Now, granted, they did almost lose to what is it, Cal or UC Davis? That's it. But UC Davis has a good team too. Now, UC Davis beat the Grizz the week before the Cats beat UC Davis at UC Davis. Like, it was an away game and the Cats still won. I don't know who's got home field this year, but it must be the Cats, I would guess. So it must be in Bozeman. That's, I guess, another reason why it's a good thing I did not go to Bozeman today. But that would be so cool. And the funny thing is, like the last 10 years, the Bobcats have clearly had the better team between the Cats and the Grizz. To include, I think they've beaten the Grizz more. Like, they have the series, like they've beaten them more times than not. Now, overall, I think the Grizz still have, like in the 120-year history, I think the Grizz still have more wins over the Cats. But overall, I would say in the last 20 years, the Cats have had the better football team between the two. Yet, the Cats, for whatever reason, suck ass in the playoffs. Now, some of that has been because they've had a few of their key players get injured in like the last game of the year. But even that, the Grizz, even though they have the subpar team that have, when they've made it into the playoffs, they've always done good. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. The good thing is if the Cats win and say they're the number 1 or number 2 seeded team in the nation, I don't see how they couldn't be number 1 seed after this. But if they win, let's say, but they're guaranteed home games at least through the final. I don't know where the final is this year. Probably somewhere south. Cats don't play good in warm weather. That's a big issue. It's like the UFC North, AFC North of, the 80s. Outdoor stadiums, just, hardcore football teams. Just gritty, but then they go down to like Miami and lose, or all these teams like that, or they play in a dome which is climate controlled and lose. But the Bears out there in Soldier Field, it's hard to go out there and win. The Packers in their outdoor field, it was hard to go in there and win. And now all these teams have these huge ass domes, climate controlled, all this, and it's like you're ruining the whole. Me as a fan, I told myself, same thing with baseball. I was going to, after I retired from the military, I was going to, yeah, there is still somebody parked next to me. That is definitely the vehicle I still saw there. But I really wanted to just hit like every stadium. Well, now, like by the time I retired from football, I'm like, I could care less. Like, because a lot of the stadiums, you know, the old school stadiums, it was more for the experience more than anything, and now I can't experience it anymore. It's like we got rid of that, built a brand new stadium, and it's now an indoor dome or whatever. It's like, whoopsie freaking do. And baseball, I would still like to do that because there's still some really good outdoor baseball stadiums out there. I think I might try and do that this next year. Maybe. Or at least for the stadiums that I haven't hit. Try and go right behind home plate. And that was a really cool experience. That was one of those where it's like, I was over in Seattle, I was like, I want to go to a baseball game. And so I got on like, whatever it is, the Ticket Hub or whatever that app is, and was able to find a cheap ticket down there like that. Because I mean, it's a day of game, so if you're not going to go, sell your ticket, you know, whatever. And Mariners weren't that good that year anyways, but that was a cool experience. I think I got those tickets for like $27 or something like that. This always gets me. This is clearly parking for people with horse trailers. Usually there's a sign that even says that, but that is clearly what this is. Yet these people don't care about that. You have parking on both sides for vehicles, on this end and on the other end, obviously over there. Yet these people decide, I'm going to park in the horse trailer parking. It's like, I'd like to see them try that, like say at the Benchmark Trailhead or Spanish Creek's Trailhead. If you do that bullshit there, they fine your ass. Because those trailheads are so busy, and you get so many people there with like horse trailers and stuff that, especially this time of year, because of hunting. But yeah, those forest rangers, they don't mess around. It's a huge fine. So the fact that people don't care or understand, maybe they just don't understand, but it's pretty obvious. If you're an outdoors person, it's pretty obvious that that is not a single car. Fun. Are you having fun? Go ahead. Yeah, we're not in a hurry. We're not in a hurry. Yeah, you can have fun. She's just having so much fun right now. Oh, I hear some geese. Can't see them because of all the fog, but I hear them. She hears them too. Okay, well, everybody, that is going to be it for today. I don't know what time it is, but it's got to be pretty late because we got out here really late because we were watching the JFK 50 race broadcast. There's actually been quite a few people here since we got here, it looks like. Just walking through, not like driving. just walking through. Most likely, if I had to guess, I will see you guys tonight for the gym stream, where I will try and attempt to, it'll be leg day. So I'm going to try and do at least a few miles on the treadmill before that. Hopefully she does okay. No, you can't take the stick. Ow! She just flicked it at me. You can't take the stick. Drop the stick. No, you gotta drop the stick. Nari, drop the stick. Thank you. Okay, go ahead. She knows she can't bring a stick in here. But anyways, that's gonna be it. Hopefully, depends on how slick it is, but I'd love to do our normal Sunday morning route tomorrow. So